All right, welcome guys to another episode of Complete Football Nigeria. So this is the moment of Nigeria has to play Rwanda tomorrow, and everybody knows we're supposed to be able to beat them, but these
Sorry.
African qualifiers are very weird. I think Nigeria
Yeah.
didn't they draw with Rwanda in the AFCON qualifiers in Uyo, so anything can happen. Nigeria, the way I look at it, if we can't beat Rwanda, then we don't even have to worry about playing South Africa on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And this is a big problem for a team of Nigeria's caliber that we have Osimhen, we have Moses, we have
Lukman.
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 Who do we have? Who's Ndidi? All these guys. Who's our other guy that plays in our midfield? Um,
Onyeka,
no,
Ndidi, Iwobi.
it will be. Yeah, we have a
Uh,
fantastic team. We're supposed to be able to destroy Rwanda. I don't know what the quality of our pitch is.
Chukwueze
Yeah,
of
but
Inter
we don't
Milan.
have a system yet.
AC
Look
Milan.
at South Africa. South Africa's doing well on several fronts. They won the African Nations Cup for under 20. They're one of the favorites in the under 20 World Cup, or at least they
Oh,
they have a shot at qualifying in the under 20 World Cup. And South Africa's doing well. They made it to the semifinals against Nigeria and lost on penalties. So the
penalty.
difference is organization. This is a big problem, and our players also are not united. The South African players they know each other from the league and they're friends and they're like family. We're just a disjointed bunch of mercenaries, as far as I'm concerned. So this is serious. And if we draw tomorrow, we're finished. We have to win every single match now to win our group,
Yeah.
or hope even to come second. We have to win at least one match to come second in the group and have a
hmm
chance. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. My prediction is that Nigeria should win 2-0. But my thing is that we should be taking this game very, very seriously because Nigeria has,
Serious.
we have what you call it, a history of not doing well when we're supposed to do well. Then when we go to if we
Do
make it to
well.
World Cup, then we'll beat Argentina. Not beat Argentina because we don't beat Argentina, but we'll beat Bulgaria, beat Spain if we make it to World Cup. But
USA 94, France
but
98.
we only shine on the highest stage. But we need to take this game very seriously. What are your thoughts, Mr. Kunde?
This is going to be a very, very exciting, interesting match. It could be our last World Cup campaign match in which we actually say we have a fighting chance of going to the World Cup. So before I start, I should just honor some libation with some whiskey.
Yeah. Story, you just want whiskey. Story.
Okay. So let's look at this game. These two teams, Rwanda are very strong defensively. They're very hard to get past. And Nigeria are not a team that have been scoring regularly. Another thing I've noticed, Ndidi and Onyeka, I don't think I've seen a game where they played together. And I've seen games where we've not played either, and we played two number eights or something else in the midfield.
Yeah.
Maybe I have not seen, and he's been doing that, but I haven't seen it. You need to play those two in defensive midfield to start off the first half because you're playing away from home. You're going to score most of your goals in the second half because you're going to rely on your fitness.
No, we are playing home. We are playing home.
Rwanda.
No, we're playing at home. We're playing at home. Yeah.
We're playing at home.
We're playing at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the advantage, the big advantage that our players have is that the season has started and they are match fit. Hopefully, I mean they've used August to get match fit, and the fitness, strength, and conditioning of players in European League shows more during season than off season. If we play this game off season, then that's kind of time where you get bad results. Hopefully, the conditioning should just make you hold up in the first half, keep it to 0-0, maintain your defense, frustrate them. Then in the second half, you go after them. You can still try to catch them on the break in the first half. Try not to go down. It's not going to be a high-scoring game. It's all and Nigeria's other problem is central defense. All our top would have been central defenders that play for the likes of Bayern Munich and Manchester City are playing for other countries, and we've got a Stoke City defender. And I get so annoyed about that. Sorry, I mentioned it too much. And that central defense is a bit soft. It's a bit slow. It's a bit clumsy. The fullbacks are decent. The midfield is decent. The attack is decent. The goalkeeper as well, I mean, I'm not sure about his ability in terms of being responsible, but I think that Nigeria's core weakness is the central defense and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, central defender, the goalkeeper. And also another problem they have good defenders, but the defenders haven't had time to gel because Eric Schill kept on trying different combinations of the back four. So they haven't coordinated and understood each other. And now is not the time.
The only good defender I think we have is Bassi. And when I say defender, I'm saying central defender.
The other guy's name, Threat something or whatever.
Olaino.
Yeah, but
I know it's a fullback,
but they haven't. And to be honest with you, Nigeria's World Cup actually begins today. What I mean by that is that this is the beginning of their World Cup. They're going to get eliminated from the World Cup if they draw today or if they lose to South Africa. So this is not a warm-up match for Nigeria. They need to be ready right now.
Do or die. There is no tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the World Cup because this is an extension of the World Cup. Qualifiers are an extension.
Yeah, World Cup starts from here.
Yeah, it starts from here, and so they need to take that. And we know that when Nigeria is in World Cup mentality, they play well. So I have a feeling that they'll do well. What are your thoughts, Mr. Saeed, before we go to Mr. Warif?
Yeah, as a Nigerian, we already know how we normally qualify. Each time when it comes to you always do calculation, you know, it is always the dying minute that our players will always now want to live up to the expectation. But I believe
my style of t-shirt. You're wearing my style of t-shirt. Sorry,
as I was saying, the players knows exactly what is at stake. They all want to play in the World Cup. So I know that they are going to. I want to believe we are going to beat Rwanda. But the other games, the away games is my own concern now. Against South Africa and other things. Of course, Rwanda, at least we will still try to beat them. But another thing that I'm hoping our new coach will work on is our creative midfield. We hardly, right now, I don't think we have any very good creative midfielder. Iwobi is not good enough for me when it comes to creativity. It's just
he's more like he's a winger. He's a winger. We don't create from the center. We create from the
wing. The one playing our central midfield is the one playing 10 in our.
We don't have a number 10.
We don't have a central midfield an 8. We don't have any 8s or 10s. We have 2 6s.
That's crazy. Can you imagine this? Nigeria has more than around the whole world, almost 300 million Nigerians, and we can't find one goddamn number 10. That's sad.
Yeah. We've got a bunch of wingers, bunch of strikers, and
you know why? You know why? Because the central midfield is a highly technical position, and the Europeans don't train Nigerians for that. They save that for their Spanish boys like Pedri and co.
They'll play us in 6. 6 is also that number 6. Although it's glorious, it's like a hard-working position. But we have plenty of those. I don't know why we don't have 8s and 10s.
Olise, all those guys. Yeah. So we don't have.
Right now, we're just playing from the defensive midfield. From defensive midfield, they now shoot the ball to 7 or 11. So we are not even holding the ball in the midfield anymore. Unlike those days that we have the whole possession, you know. Like when you are playing Nigeria, all these other African countries are scared because we control the game. Now we hardly control the game. From defense, you kick it to the 7 or you kick it to left. You know, now started looking for Osimhen. How long? We can't play Europeans teams like that. They will whitewash us, you know. So
Nigeria should hire the 4 of us as technical director. If you hire me as technical director, I'll just bring money. I'll say, okay, somebody from Europe come and train Nigeria technically like Bonfire Joe and those guys did for 6 years. We need a clinic inside of Nigeria where these boys start with these boys. Go to Kano. Guy from Kano will be the central defender. Go all over Nigeria and have an academy where these guys are taught the skills for each position. I'm not joking. That's all they need to do. But you know what? Our NFF is rubbish now. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif? Warif has been drinking his tea, saying, what's going on? I'll talk to you.
Well, first and foremost, like I always say, first thing for they need to psych these guys, bring a psychology that will talk to them, build them up, let them know that they are going out. Like Mr. Kunle said, that is a do or die. If they don't win today's match, they should forget about it. For us to qualify, as top the table or to go for playoff, we need to win tomorrow's game to beat those guys. And again, we shouldn't be carried away by this whole mentality. In football, if you are good, you are good. If you are bad, you are bad. Now, the coach, if he's using Wabali, he should talk to Wabali. Let it know, because for some games now, Wabali has been the number 1 keeper. You shouldn't just allow him. You should talk to him, let him know that it's not as if you are the best. or maybe let it come into your head that you are the best. But you should know that as you are in post, you should give your best. Give your best. Then for the defenders, I think we have Olaino, Basi, Chris Ekong, and some other defenders. Everybody should just put their hearts together, not all this back pass, casual football. Then, like we've been saying, the midfield, without the midfield, Osimhen is useless. Therefore, Chukwueze that likes dribbling like Ndoku, don't dribble without making progress. You have to dribble and make progress. Dribble when you need to dribble, pass when you're supposed to pass. Once you have this midfield intact, Osimhen, just leave the job for him. Osimhen is somebody that has this passion. He has the passion. He plays with passion. Then what is it called? Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman, he's on his as he dribbles, he makes progress and he can also score. Then Iwobi also, he shouldn't dribble. To me, Iwobi has improved. I watched his game in Fulham. If he can bring that game to Nigeria, at least he can make runs, not just this back pass. He makes progress straight for the goal. So I think Nigeria can do better.
You know who Iwobi reminds me of when he plays number 10? He looks a little bit like who is that guy? Gascoigne. Like, you know how Gascoigne run with small steps?
For Gascoigne.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Wari. Sorry.
Okay. So and again, this 12th man factor, we need to jam pack that stadium, intimidate those guys, intimidate them, and the Super Eagles shouldn't be carried away. Maybe if they are leading, like I think the last time they played 1-1, they were winning 1-0, and the crowd were saying and they started playing all this psychedelic football.
That's what they did against Italy in the World Cup when they were beating Italy. They were like
carried away.
And then Italy came back and beat them. These guys are funny, man. Go ahead. Yeah.
And again, I'll say the coach. This coach is not the right coach. We need to look for a big boys coach, number one, that the players can respect. Number two, that can rub minds with these big coaches in Europe and in South America or America, so that you can even market these boys. I remember when Clement Westhoff and Bonprijo were in charge of Super Eagles, they were marketing our players, acting as behind the scene agent, make them go to good club. But I don't know if this our coach has that kind of mentality. So at least after this time, I don't know how Nigerians they feel. Maybe it's because of their gunje. If I give you this, if they approve this, I'm going to collect this, you collect this. So we should just keep that aside and go all out.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Nigeria and Brazil are dangerous countries. What I mean is that the Europeans don't want an African team to win the World Cup. So they know that Nigeria, which is the biggest black country in the world, has 200 million. Brazil has 100 million black people. So they're going to make sure it's still politics that Nigerians don't get the type of training in Europe that can make them dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Europe is not afraid of South Africa. They're not afraid of even these Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal. Those are good teams, but they don't have the population Nigeria. Same thing. Nigeria should be winning 100 meters. Why is Jamaica winning? Nigeria has Jamaica times 300 million. You understand what I'm saying? If you walk under the bridge, like look at Osimhen. Osimhen was selling water under the bridge, man. Selling water on the
street life.
Even that guy that plays basketball, Antetokounmpo, in NBA, best player in the NBA. He was in Greece selling clothes on the floor. So, so I don't think when Nigerians go to Europe, the Europeans make sure that, okay, yeah, you're going to play, but we're not going to make your career develop. Perfect example. Why is Osimhen in Turkey? Why isn't he in the English league playing for Chelsea? What are your thoughts, Kunle? Yeah. I know I'm getting off topic, but
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The reason why this our coach that we've got, is not a progressive coach. Yeah. If I was a progressive coach, there's some things I'd look at. I don't know whether it's his fault or it's not his fault.
Although I heard he coached Mali to the quarterfinals of some World AFCON or something. Yeah.
So what I would look at as a coach is, out of my 5 defenders, I've got Aino and Basi. The other 3 are crap. Yeah. I've got a Stoke City defender, and I've got dodgy keeper, and I've got another slow, clumsy defender. So I need to sort that back line out. Then in the midfield, I've got 2 6s, and I've got no creative midfielder. So before I even go into that, am I playing a 4-4-2 like the old days, or am I going to stick to 4-3-3 because it's modern? Because remember, football at international level is not as technical. You might get away with it playing a 4-4-2 in international football, even if it doesn't work in club, even if it doesn't work in club football. So you need to think about that. Then he needs to source the best number 8 or 10 you can find in the local league.
Arsenal can play 4-4-2.
Instead of playing, instead of playing Iwobi out of position, drop Iwobi into his natural position and just look for the best 8 or 10 best Nigerian that plays in that position.
But if you put Iwobi on the left wing, where will Lukman play?
Lukman plays from the wing.
I mean, there must be somewhere. If you can't find internationally, get them in the local league. But get a player that try to play a specialist player in his best position.
But the problem is if Lukman is already on the left,
instead of playing your best players out of position because you don't have a quality player in that
4-4-2 and put Lukman and what's his name? Put Lukman as a supporting striker to Osimhen.
Yeah, I mean, does the guy needs to circle? He needs to check the local league. He needs to look at the best teams, and those best teams will have players in those positions.
But the local league is getting worse. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, but we only need 1 or 2. We don't need all of them. There must be a few that are good in that position. So we just need a couple. We don't need like 20. And then Nigerians, and we've been good there before.
At this rate, though, the local league in Nigeria is like all the rejects because everybody goes to Europe. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then they're always producing new talent. It's always producing new talent. Yeah. So, I mean, if you can find... And the advantage is also that the opposition won't know their abilities because they are unknown factors.
There needs to be more money pumped into the local leagues because
which used to be what Westerhoff used to have done.
Because you can't develop as a good player. You can't develop as a good player if you don't even have money to buy sugar for your Gary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Casa flakes.
Because at least Westerhoff developed his players and brought them through Belgium and then into Europe. That was when he exploded that.
And Holland.
This coach that we have, I think he's just given things by the NFA and then he's just told to make the best out of it. Which is quite
money laundering.
I mean, look, even when we're playing football on a Sunday afternoon and there's 20 people and 2 people are told to pick which player, we instantly know who is the best player to pick one. It's not that difficult to be a coach. Just need a bit of
know them.
It's mostly about leadership values and knowing how to source your best players.
And also proper organization of practices, meetings, like camp and everything. Yeah. And also integration. You have to have integration. Like if you look at Spain, they beat Bulgaria 3-0 yesterday. 3-0. Everybody's on the pitch. Cucurella was coming forward as a going on the left wing and coming back. They had in the middle Zubamendi, all those guys. These guys have been working together since they were 5 years old, 6 years old, going to camps. Yamal, they all know each other. Nico Williams on the left. So the Nigerian team, we need to have an academy where guys like Osimhen, Lukman, they say, remember 10 years ago when we were practicing together. We need that type of system. But anyway, what are your thoughts, Mr. Said, before we head out? Yeah.
Mr. Akunle took the word out of my mouth. Another thing is for the coach to invite a very good player. Another thing is for him to even use them. You understand? Because there is so many politics around all this speaking of players. Because it shows that probably the NFF are even directing the coach on which player and which player to use. Because he can't tell me that he can't find
senators.
Corruption.
In Europe. I'm not even talking about growing our league or something, but already established player, you can find them in Europe. As a fan, I can even pick 1 or 2. There is one guy in Sevilla, AGK. He's a very creative midfielder, very good. This Lazio guy is in the team now. I think he's part of the list. Bashiru. He won't use him.
Yeah, Bashiru.
He will rather use the normal lineup that we all know, which is
Arteta's pattern, one-way thinking.
Arteta is the best coach Arsenal has ever had in their entire history. Let's talk about that one another day.
The best one is
Arsene Wenger.
No, Wenger is the best. Until Arteta wins. Until you win, you can't say you're the best.
Yeah.
Wenger's the best.
Yeah, and the second is Arteta.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. Yeah.
In defense of our players, I would say our African pitch too are bad. You understand? Because I was watching one African game now. If you see how the ball is jumping on the ground, I'll be like,
jumping. You cannot give smooth pass on the floor.
Yeah, very bad pitches.
So sometimes these players will blame
Cape Verde 1-2-0. Mr. Warif, Cape Verde 1-2-0 and Cameroon 1-3-0. It's on, man.
3-0.
Those guys are playing each other on Monday. But
it was Ghana that messed up. Ghana messed up. They were winning 1-0. Instead of them to push for the second goal, they were just playing as if they were winning 3-0 until their opponent equalized. I was
Ghana
angry with
and
them.
Nigeria, I don't know what's going on with these.
They're not thinking
former,
well, the players.
Yeah, these are former giants, and they're just being like paper tigers now. And they still have the players.
Okay,
Cameroon
so
still has international players from Europe. They're not a bunch
we're already
of
15 minutes behind on free practice. I'm going to reverse it. You have F1 TV. I'm going to start it from the beginning. All right. Okay, so take us out, Kool-Aid. Thank you. Very good one. Take us out.
Okay, so we've just had a final talk on what may or may not be Nigeria's last competitive game in its hopes of winning the World Cup in Rwanda. And let's hope that the area where my mother is from, Uyo, that it brings some success. And so therefore, from myself, Mustafa, Warif, and Saeed, we bid you farewell. Adieu. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on next time.
Be careful. Kigami has your home address. Kigami has your home address, so be careful. All right, Kool-Aid, I'll see you at 2 o'clock for F1. Thank you, guys. Nice show, guys. Very good one. Our show is getting great.
All right.